Hey guys, welcome to Season with Love. I'm Casey. Welcome to my kitchen, y'all. Okay, y'all, it's about 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. I'm up early. I'm about to get to making this banana bread, y'all. Now, I already have a banana bread video up on the channel, but the quality is not so good. So I'm bringing y'all a revised banana bread video, okay? Um, so the first banana bread, the recipe and the banana bread is amazing, but unfortunately the video I feel is of poor quality because I didn't know what I was doing back then. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I know more than I did then, okay? The more we record, the better we gonna get, okay? So now, I'm bringing y'all another banana bread recipe. Let's go over these ingredients, okay? The first thing we're gonna need is our bananas. I'm making this banana bread because this is what I do when I have extremely overripe bananas. Y'all see these bananas? If I don't do something with them, as like bread or ice cream or something, they gonna have to go in the trash. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this banana bread. Okay, we got some extremely overripe bananas. Our spices we're gonna use is some nutmeg, a little bit of cloves, allspice, and then you're gonna need cinnamon, definitely. Now, the cloves and allspice are optional. Nutmeg and cinnamon, I advise you to definitely use. Vanilla, salt, a small amount of baking powder. You're definitely gonna need baking soda, okay? We got some white sugar, all-purpose flour, and brown sugar, okay? Without further ado, let's get started on this video, y'all. You're gonna need eggs as well. Y'all came back to the intro because I forgot to tell y'all you're gonna need the sticker butter and some whole milk, okay? Alright guys, we ready to put this bread together. Now I have my dry ingredients here. We're gonna have 3 bowls. Basically 2 bowls. One of our dry ingredients and one of our wet. So we're gonna start with our dry ingredients here. In this bowl I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going in with a teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda, guys. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Get that in there. I'm going in with 1 teaspoon of baking powder. 1 of each. Okay. That's what my bread recipe is. I'm going in with a half a teaspoon of salt. Okay. I'm gonna get that mixed up. Now I like adding my spices to my dry ingredients, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go in with 1/4 teaspoon of cloves and a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. Like I said, we're using a very small amount of those too, but they add such a delicious flavor to this bread. I'm telling you, when you put them in there, they add such an amazing flavor. So now we're gonna add a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, because you want that spice. And nutmeg, if you're gonna grate this fresh, I will use a 1/4 as well, but I'm using a dried nutmeg. I'm gonna put a half a teaspoon, and I'm gonna put a whole teaspoon of cinnamon. I want that cinnamon flavor to be very pronounced. I'm gonna put a whole teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon and a half of cinnamon. Sorry guys, teaspoon and a half of cinnamon. That's not a half teaspoon. Teaspoon and a half of cinnamon. Okay. And that's it for our dry ingredients. We're gonna blend this up and set this aside. Alright y'all, in this bowl I have a stick of softened butter. You don't want your butter to be melted like mine, but my kitchen is very hot. In there I'm gonna add my sugar, and we're gonna cream this butter and sugar together. Alright guys, we have creamed our butter and sugar together. We're gonna scrape down the sides. Okay. Now that's our butter and sugar. Now we're going to add 2 eggs. Okay, we're going to whisk. Man, I'm making a mess this morning. I'm going to whisk in 2 eggs to the butter and sugar mixture. A tablespoon of vanilla extract. A teaspoon. A teaspoon of vanilla extract. Sorry about that. Teaspoon of vanilla extract. Alright guys, so we're going to get some our bananas mashed so we can mix it into the wet liquid and then get it into the dry. Okay? Y'all stay tuned. Alright y'all, now we're going to add them bananas that my husband so graciously mashed for us right into our creamed butter and egg mixture and our vanilla extract. I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of milk. I'm gonna get this all mixed up. And then we're gonna add these dry ingredients right to the wet. We're gonna mix them until they moist. Just moisten and we finish, okay? Stay tuned. Alright guys, we here at the final step of this banana bread, okay? Now we're going to take our wet ingredients and mix them in with the dry ingredients, okay? Go ahead and add our wet right in with the dry, all at once. Get it in. If you're using a stand mixer, you can do 1/2 and 1/2, but you don't want to over mix your bread. It will make your bread tough. You don't want tough, chewy bread, okay? Want a nice bite and nice texture to your bread. So now we're just gonna mix until this all comes together. But first, this is very much optional. You don't have to do this. Right now is the time if you wanted to add walnuts or raisins or dried cranberries or dried cherries or whatever you choose. I'm gonna add 2 1-ounce boxes of raisins to my bread right now, okay? 2 1-ounce boxes of raisins. I'm gonna add to this banana bread. You also can make cinnamon raisin bread using the very same recipe. You just leave out the bananas and you add more milk, okay? Maybe one day I'll bring that recipe to you guys for the cinnamon raisin bread, okay? So now we're gonna get this blended up. We're just going to fold this right on in to each other. Like I said, you don't want to stir too vigorously and toughen your bread. So we're going to just fold this in until this is blended. Alright guys, so I blended in, I just blended in my, completely blended my flour and my dry with my wet. Okay, everything is completely blended in. And so now I have a 9-inch round pan here. Like I said, I don't own a cake pan, so I'm going to use my pan that I bake my cornbread and stuff in. I'm going to spray it with some non-stick baking spray, or put butter or whatever you have, okay? And now I'm going to add my bread mixture to my pan, okay? Okay. Now we're going to get all that in the pan. Now we're going to put this in a 350-degree oven for about 40 minutes to an hour. We're going to check it periodically after 40 minutes, okay? Alright guys, this is the finished product of my banana bread, okay? Now my husband already had a slice for breakfast, but I'm going to plate some up for y'all and show y'all what it's looking like, okay? Alright guys, here's my final product of our banana bread. It's delicious, amazing, it's moist, tender, it's the perfect amount of sweetness. Y'all, give this recipe a try, okay? Now, I know my last video it disappointed me. I hope this video shows more clarity into the banana bread recipe. Give it a try. Y'all know I added raisins for a little extra kick. You could add walnuts, pecans, whatever you want. You could add any type of dried fruit that you like or whatever to this recipe. It's delicious. Give it a try, y'all. Give it a try. Give it a try. I'm having this for breakfast with some fruit and a cup of coffee. That's how I like to enjoy it. You can spread butter on it, but it needs nothing. I'm going to tell you right now, it don't need anything. So y'all, if y'all like what I'm doing and this content I'm putting up on this channel, give me a thumbs up, like, share, and please subscribe to Season with Love, you guys. Thanks for watching, and God bless you.